Most people think you need to send cold DMs on LinkedIn to attract high-paying clients, but I haven't sent one in years, and I've helped over 300 coaches and consultants generate millions doing the same. Let's fix it so clients chase you instead of you having to chase them. The first C in my 4C workflow is connections. If you're trying to build a fire and you want it to keep burning, you need wood. Without wood, the fire dies. Luckily, LinkedIn is the only social platform where you can literally invite strangers into your circle. You can keep topping up your audience with relevant people that you might be able to sell to, because once they hit accept, they're in your world, and you can expose them to the other 3 C's as well. Can't stress this enough. If you're not connecting with new potential clients every single day, you are lessening your chance of success. And you might have questions here. How many people should I connect with? What do I say to them? Where do I find them? Well, if you're on a free LinkedIn account, you can send about 20 connection requests a day. And if you have a premium account, you can send about 40. There are no hard and fast rules, but those are the numbers that I'd aim for. In terms of sending a message with your connection requests, I don't bother. I get tons of requests that include messages, but unless they're hyper-personalized to me, they just feel pushy. Please be my friend. So my rule of thumb is I don't send a message, I just press the connect button. It saves time, requires less thought, and actually still has a decent acceptance rate. The most important thing though is that you actually connect with the right people. And LinkedIn actually gives you filters so you can narrow down the 7 gazillion worldwide users to a few hundred that fit that ideal client persona. You can hit the search bar, click people, click all filters, and then build a list. I suggest going with 2nd or 3rd degree connections who are in the desired locations that you sell to in very specific industries, and preferably have the right profile language as well. If you want to, you can drill down into their service categories too. And if you want to be really cheeky, you can steal followers from your competitors. Just stick their name in the connections of or the followers of box. Once your list's done, take the URL and save it. Now, every day, spend about 10 minutes returning to that list and connecting with between 20 and 40 people. Boom! New logs on the fire. Every single morning. Now, these LinkedIn growth gurus might convince you that big numbers are good, but not if they don't pay you money. Just chucking more people into your follower base isn't enough, because now we have to capitalize on their attention and position ourselves as someone worth following, but ultimately worth buying from. And we do that with the 2nd C. Content. Not so long ago, I flew out to Vegas for a 2-day scaling workshop with Alex and Layla Hormozi. Obviously, we covered loads of things, but content was one of them. And at the time, the man behind the Hormozi's brand was a chap called Caleb. And he said something that stuck with me. You don't get to decide if your content is quality. Your audience will decide for you. Boom. Too many people I see, myself included, spend hours polishing posts and pissing around with scripts. But Caleb's point was crystal clear. Until you know what works, quantity beats quality. The best way to get good at something is to do more of it, not obsessing over getting it right and actually only having 10% of the output. Imagine if Chris Rock had hidden away until he perfected his Netflix special. There would be no Netflix special. He was going into shitty bars night after night and testing his material in front of half-empty rooms. He literally threw content out, got feedback, and refined over time. So let's make content as simple as possible so we can start creating stuff that actually works. And to help my clients with content strategy, I use a really simple formula, 8 steps. Firstly, we pick a platform. That's easy, LinkedIn. Then we choose a frequency or a rhythm. How frequently are we going to post? After that, we work out our objectives. And there are only 3 that I teach to my clients. Capture, trust, convert. We want to capture new attention, build trust with people once we have their attention, then convert a small percentage of people who trust us into clicks, downloads, or calls. After that, what style or format of content are we going to use? Written, visual, design? The best advice here is to play to your strengths. If you're shit on camera, just stick to writing, and vice versa. After that, we want to choose a pillar. What are we going to talk about? Is it business? Is it personal? A mix? Then we want to write or create the thing. Hook, body, call to action. Once it's ready, we need to put it out into the world and distribute it. I like to schedule all my posts ahead of time for the early morning, specifically the early morning of my target audience. And finally, the last thing, which is optional, but I still recommend doing it, is tracking the performance of your content. Now, we're not going to have time to get into full content planning or strategy, but in order to help with this, I spent like 2 days creating a tool called the LinkedIn High Performance Content Planner. And if you want it, you can have it for free. It makes content planning super easy, and I've stuck the link in the description below. But the work isn't over once you hit publish. No, my friend. If you post and ghost, you're missing eyeballs. But posting and engaging equals rocket fuel. So let me show you how the 3rd C works, because it's all in the comments. And there are 2 types of comments to consider: inbound comments and outbound comments. Outbound comments are where you comment on someone else's post. This is your chance to steal the spotlight without being a dick about it. And if you do this right, it has tons of benefits. The creator gets a notification with your name and face front and center, and their audience see your comment as well, which means if it's good enough, they'll click on your profile. Ultimately, all this means is you're becoming more visible. More profile views, more DMs, and more potential leads sliding into your ecosystem. But this only works if your comments aren't shit. If you're using AI or you're hopping on going, great post, man, you may as well just not bother. Good comments add something fresh to the conversation. They show personality, yes, humor, and they're targeted to the right people. Your ideal clients, not your competitors and your high school buddies. Now, on top of the outbound comments, obviously, we still have inbound comments. And that's when someone comments on your post. And obviously, if they're relevant, you want to keep them engaged. So here's how to respond to inbound comments like a straight up gangster. Firstly, you want to tag them. Secondly, if you feel like it, use some personality. Yes, humor. And lastly, if you need to, just ask a follow-up question to keep the convo going. Ultimately, your job is to find a group of people who have the audience that you want and interact with their content, and then respond to anyone who looks half decent who comments on your content. Pretty easy. But I've got some bad news, I'm afraid, because we're still not finished. We're topping up the audience, we're posting content that's valuable to them, and we're hijacking attention from some of the bigger creators, but now we have to speak to people behind closed doors. So the fourth C is conversations. And by conversations, I mean direct, one-to-one communication with prospects, aka DMs. And this is where everyone gets it wrong. When these gurus are showing you their DM templates and their DM strategies, they only ever talk about the first message or the first interaction with a brand new prospect. That's the stupidest shit ever. Your newest connections and newest followers are the fucking coldest. They've never seen your face before, they've never watched your content, and they've never read your stuff. So if you're prioritizing the new fresh blood every single day, you're just working backwards. So instead, we want to flip it. The smartest DM strategy is to start with the people closest to the money. Here's what I mean. You want to start with your hottest prospects. People already booked in your calendar, who you've got calls with this week. People who've clicked your links. People that have opened your emails or downloaded your lead magnets. Or current or past clients who might refer you to someone. These people already know who you are. So you're not pitching a stranger, you're continuing a conversation. And guess what? These convos don't have to be weird or wordy. My best performing follow-up message is literally just someone's name with a few extra vowels thrown in. David! Yes, just the name, because casual is better than clever. That's the rule. After this, we want to move to our medium hot leads. That could be people who liked or commented on your stuff, starred messages you need to reply to, profile viewers and followers that haven't connected with you yet. Now, these aren't ready to buy leads, but they have shown some interest. So they're still warmer than brand new people that you've sent connection requests to. Once you've done these, then and only then should you move to that bucket of people. New connections are literally bottom of the barrel. Doesn't mean you ignore them, it just means you don't waste your best hours there. And when you do message them, don't go in thinking you're the fucking Wolf of Wall Street. Instead, just say something like, hey Dave, appreciate the connection. Got to ask, are you here for the content or are you looking for help with X? Let them self-identify. If they say they're just here for the content, perfect. Send them your best content. If they say, yeah, I could use some help with X, perfect. Now we're cooking. To throw in a little bonus here as well, use voice notes. Voice notes are absolute fire when you use them right. You can literally say, Joanne, voice note incoming because I couldn't be asked to type this, and then say whatever you wanted to say. High energy, low pressure. These bullshit scripts that the gurus give to you simply don't work. So be brave, be direct, but most importantly, just be yourself. And remember, DMs aren't desperate. They're a form of marketing. And that's it. The 4C workflow. Connections, content, comment, and conversations. Do this right, and you'll never have to send a cold DM ever again. But if I'm guessing correctly, you probably still want to know what to say in the DMs in detail. So if you want to learn exactly what to say and also delve into the psychology behind direct messaging, you can watch this video right here where I deliver a masterclass to Leah Turner's community. We go through micro conversions, DM systems, and the most effective things that you need to track when you're sending DMs on LinkedIn. And don't forget, if you want to grab my high performance LinkedIn planner, you can get it from the description as well.